This is lesson 30, adding fractions. Okay. We're going to look at fractions all through math, and so we want to make sure we're really good at it. We need to know what we're doing, right? Just like I talked about yesterday, this is a very basic concept as fractions. It shows up a lot, but a lot of us make little mistakes. Raise your hand if you're afraid of fractions or sometimes make mistakes on fractions, okay? And the reason why is because you haven't perfected it yet, and I need you to be really good at it, so we're going to take it slow and work on fractions today, because what happens if you do the wrong thing over and over and over again? You're forming a bad habit, right? We don't want to form bad habits in math because it'll just follow you all through your life, and we don't want to do that. We want to get it right now, right? It's like a team wants to get the plays right or formations right in order to be successful, okay? So, here we go. The steps are on the board. If you're on the video, you should pause it. And here we go. Watch me do numbers 1 and 2. Pencils down. I'll give you plenty of time to write. Okay, don't worry. So you got 1/3 plus 1/8. Okay? Whenever we deal with fractions, we have to have the same denominator, okay? Because 1/3 is not the same as 1/8. We're not dealing with the same terms, and so we need to find the same denominator. Usually students will multiply the denominator, but that's not always the best way. So the way you write multiples is you take each denominator and you write down what the multiples are, starting with the denominator itself. So multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay? 15, 18, 21, 24, and so forth. Multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, right? Then I ask myself, what's the lowest? Sorry about that. What's the lowest number in both lists? It is 24. Right? Making sense so far? So we want to change our problem with a new fraction. So I'm going to rewrite it and put the plus sign down in the middle like the original problem, and then we're going to write the new fractions denominators as 24. Then I have to ask myself, 3 times what is 24? 8. 8 times 1 is 8. So I'm going to write down an 8 in the first numerator. Then we take the second denominator, 8. Ask ourselves, 8 times what is 24? 3. So 3 times this numerator is 3. Okay? Now we have the same denominators. Now we just add like we did before. Remember our integers? We have positive 8 plus positive 3. We have two of the two teams. They're both the positive team. They're not against each other, so they're going to combine. 8 plus 3 is 11. And then we have a denominator 24. Simplify if possible. We can't, so we just box our answer, and that's it. We're all done. 11 over 24 is our answer. Questions on number 1? Okay, number 2. Same thing. We have negative 3/2 plus negative 1/3. Look at that. We have a plus and minus sign together. Same rule as before. What's a plus and minus really mean? Subtract, right? So we're going to bring minus 1/3 down, 3/2, and of course we don't want to forget that negative sign, right? Denominators are different, so we need to find the same denominator. You can multiply, but that's not always the same best case, but in this case it doesn't really matter. So multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9. Lowest number in the list is 6. Making a new set of fractions, denominator of 6. Okay, bringing down the signs. 2 times 3 is 6, so 3 times 3 is 9. Bring that minus sign down. 3 times 2 is 6, so 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, now we bring an equal sign. We have 2 negative teams now. Something wrong?
No, how do you get the 9 and the 2 as the numerator?
Okay, again, 2 times what is 6? 3. 3 times 3 is 9.
So what you do at the bottom, you do at the top.
3 times what is 6?
2.
2 times 1 is?
2.
You got it? Okay, that's a good question. Okay, now we have 2 negative teams. We have a negative 9 and negative 2. Are they the same team or different teams? They're the same, so we combine them. So 9 plus 2 is 11. And we know it's a negative team, so we want to make sure we have the negative sign there, and the denominator 6. Okay, now this one has one more step. We don't like improper fractions, right? So where the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So we have to do a side problem with 11 over 6. So we got 11 divided by 6. Goes in once. 1 times 6 is 6. Subtract, you get 5 as our remainder. Okay, therefore it's going to be negative 1 and a remainder of 5. We bring the 5 to the numerator. And the denominator stays the same as 6. Box your answer. That's it. Oh. Questions on numbers 1 or 2? Okay, no writing yet. Today's Thursday, so let's have 2s talk first. 2s are talking to the ones about number 1. When they're done, switch and have 1s talk. Ready, set, go. Just turn around and talk to one of your neighbors for today. Continuing, number 3. Okay, I'll start you off here. Number 3, do we have the same denominator or different denominators on number 3? Look up here. 1/5 plus 5/8. Same or different denominators? Good, different denominators. So we need to find the same one. So we have to do multiples of 5 and 8. So I know you can multiply and I know you'd still get the same answer, but it's really important that we use this method every time so that we don't have to simplify later. Okay, these are our multiples of 5 and these are multiples of 8. What's the lowest common multiple in both lists? 45? 40. Good. Okay, so we're going to rewrite this with a denominator of 40. Okay, so I'm going to start you off there. I want you to finish off this problem. I'll give you 1 minute. If we have a denominator of 40, 5 times what is 40? 8 times 1 is? 8. Good. Okay, the next denominator. 8 times what is 40? 5 times 5 is? Good. Okay, so we have a positive 8 plus 25. Now we combine the numerators. What's 8 plus 25? 33. Bring down the 40. Can I simplify this at all? No. Are there anything else I need to do? That's it. Does that make sense? Some of you made mistakes, please fix it. Okay, raise your hand if you just made a silly mistake. Okay, do you know why you made a silly mistake now? Okay, so that's the key. We're going back to do really easy stuff that's from 3rd or 4th grade. Well, it's not easy, but we just need to get through it, okay? Because you're all smart. We just need to fix all the little errors, and I need you to be perfect at this, okay? Because you're all smart, and if you could get these little things as perfect as you can, you're going to do the big things really easily. Okay? Yes?
So to get the numerators, you just cross multiply?
No, you're not cross-multiplying. That's incorrect. You are multiplying the denominator. Or you're figuring out what did you multiply this denominator by to get the new denominator. What did you multiply this denominator by? 8. So 8 times 1 is 8. Do not cross-multiply.
Oh, you multiply what number you use to get the common denominator, and then you multiply it by
Yes.
the numerator in the previous.
Yes, exactly. Do we cross-multiply here? No. That's a good question. Do we cross-multiply?
No.
No. Turn to your neighbor and say, do not cross-multiply. Shake your head. Okay? Good. Number 4. Number 4. Now I got a question number 4. Do we have 2 fractions here? No. Uh-oh. What do we do? Put one underneath what? The 4. Good. Okay? So that's what you should start with. Go finish up the problem. Number 4 should be the following. You have a common denominator of 5, right? So we just need to convert this first fraction. 5 times 1 is 5, so 4 times 5 is 20. The second fraction you just copy down, right? And then you just add 20 plus 6 is 26. Do a side problem, divide, goes in 5 times with a remainder of 1, therefore. Your answer is 5 and 1/5. Good? Okay. Question, yes?
What do you do to get the bottom one negative? 5 times 1, 5 times 6 be 30.
No, 5 times what is 5?
1.
1. So 1 times 6 is 6. Did we convert the second fraction? Did we have to? Do we have to convert the second fraction? No. Okay. Good. Next one, number 5. Go. Now number 5, what do we do with this positive and negative just to start with? It's a negative, right? Okay, go. Alright, continuing on. 5 times what is 20? 4. 4 times 4 is? 16. You got that? Is it making sense? Okay, 4 times what is 20? 5 times 1 is? Good. We have two negative numerators. If there are two negative teams that are both negative, are they going to go against each other or combine? Good, so it's 16 plus 5? Good. What team are they on? Negative team, right? Do we like improper fractions? No, so you have to do a side problem. We get a remainder of 1. So we got negative 1 and 1/20. Oh, there's your last answer. Haha. Okay. Raise your hand if you made a silly mistake or you made a mistake at one point or you didn't get it. Okay, so I need you to fix it, and then I want you to turn to your neighbor, explain again where you made the silly mistake, or help your neighbor out if they didn't get it before we go to the last problem. Ready, set, go. So, what do I multiply 2 with to get 14? 7. 7 times 1 is 7, right? And then 2 times 4 is 8, right? Okay, look up here. Because some of you made a mistake. Look up here. We have negative 7 plus 8. Are these the same team or different teams?
Different teams.
Good. Which team is bigger, the positive or negative team?
Positive.
How much bigger are they? 1. So there's going to be 1/14. And they're positive. Okay? That's your answer. Now I got a question. I saw someone with the answer of 1 and 1/14, and I think they probably put 15/14. What silly mistake did they make?
Bring down the negative.
They didn't bring down the negative, what were you going to say?
Yeah, they forgot the negative.
Right. Did you all see this? Do you agree that that's probably what they did? Okay, good. So they did a silly mistake. Does that mean they're stupid? No. Did they still get the right answer with plus and plus? 7 plus 8? 7 plus 8 is? 15. 15/14 is 1 and 1/14. So that student, or those students who did that happened actually in third period quite often. Make sure you're very careful, right? Details. You need to be careful with the details. Slow down, okay? Do it correctly and precisely. I need you to be perfect, because you can be perfect, okay? You are all smart. Do you agree that you're all smart? You better, because I do, okay? Smile. Smile. Turn to your neighbor and say, you are smart. You are. You all. We just need to practice, okay? That's really what's going to happen. Practicing deliberately, we're going to get to the right answers, okay? All right, that concludes our lesson. I need you to discuss these questions with your